Sakafet, I'm Samy Beatz. Today we're gonna talk about chords, how to make your chord progression sound good overall. If you haven't yet, please subscribe so we can reach 100k subscribers. That would be very appreciated. So let's have some fun. I have my tempo set at 108, and it's better to use a clean piano preset when you first start creating your chord progression, and then after you can switch it to the preset that you wanna keep in your instrument also. One thing that is very cool with FL Studio, they give you the possibility to select the scale that you wanna work in. You go right there and then you right click and select your scale. Let's say that I wanna work with something chill, a minor scale, and let's go to maybe F minor. Basically, a scale is a group of 7 notes. That means every time you work on a scale, you have to use those 7 notes. On this scale right here, FL Studio give me the possibility to select the scales and all the white highlighted note or the note that are in this scale, so I can use it. And another thing you can do, you can lock the scales. If you click right there, you see it highlighted like green. You can lock this scale. That means you cannot even use note that are not in the scale. If I try to add one here, it's gonna switch to the next one. Now let's choose a scale for this beat. Let's go to minor and then go to C. Okay, we go with the C minor, and now we choose the worst note for each chord. Let's go to C. Okay, this is very easy. You choose 3 or 4 notes that goes together. When you play them, they make sense. For example, now we are going to create the triad. The triad is a combination of 3 notes. When you have your scale that's locking, you skip one highlighted note and then you place the next note. You do the same thing. You skip this one and then here you add another one. The same thing here and then the same thing here. Now you play. Nice. See? That's easy. And now we are going to select every low note. We transpose them 1 octave higher. That's gonna be our bass note. You see that? Now sound a little bit more fuller. And I wanna transpose this one 1 octave higher. It is the same note. You see that is a G, and then that is another G. That G5 and then G4. When you create inversion, that's give your chord another. It's like giving another voicing. It is the same chord but an inversion type chord. And I do this so those notes are not too much far away, so they can be in almost the same octave, and that's gonna bring more emotion to our chord. So if we play it now, you see, now we're gonna make it sound much more interesting by pressing on Alt O, and then we play with the velocity, the panning, the velocity. So you can humanize it more. Alt X, so we can lower them a little bit. Now we have our chord. That sounds so nice. And now we're going to change this with the preset that we want. Let's go with Sky Key. Sound selection is very important when you're creating your beat. I think I'm gonna go with a Beautiful Word. That's nice. And now I'm going to try to achieve a big sounding chord progression. You can see that I create this in the last tutorial that I dropped. I want to recreate something like this again. So load the keyscape. I have a preset in mind. Let's go to electric piano. Let's use this Planet C, retro vibe, Command C, Command V. Let me show you how it sounds by itself. And then together, see? Woo! And now I want to add a pad to bring more emotion to the instrument. So I am going to do something in Nexus, synth and Nexus. Sound selection is key, guys. When you trying to achieve sound, unique sound, you can combine any kind of sound that you think that gonna work. If you try something and it's not working, you just go to the next one. Okay, let's use one of these. Command V. And now that sounds crazy. Now let's add a bass, a weird bass. Let's go to let me go to the mini synth and use the two bass. We can just go and copy the low note, Command C, and then we'll go to bass, and then we transpose. We just try to play with the dynamic of our chord. Transpose this like that. Nice, no? Nice. Now we have a nice vibe, but I feel that the bass is too high. I want to transpose maybe 2 or 3 semitone lower. There's different way you can do that. You can just go right here and then you right click and then you go to transpose. You hit transpose -2, for example. See? Another way I love to do it is just you select one and then you go to your setting and then you start to transpose. When you're on your setting, if you go to the right on your keyboard, that means you're transposing lower to a lower note. If you go to the left on your keyboard, that means you're transposing higher. For example, you see it's higher, and if you go there here, it transposes lower. Let's say that we just go here. But one thing with this, when you do it on setting, you have to go on each plugin. You have to do it manually, one by one. And then if your CPU is not the best, I think the best way to do this is just go up there on pattern, right click, and then hit transpose. You can transpose to the note that you want. So now let's play. Remember we were on C minor and then we transpose 1 2. That means -1 2. If you transpose -2 when we were on C minor, that means you're on A sharp minor. If you don't understand this part, please ask question about it because it is pretty simple. So remember when you transpose on setting, the more you go to the right on your keyboard, that means you will transpose lower. If you go to the left, you will transpose higher. So we transpose 1 2 semitone here, that means we transpose 2 semitone lower. That means we were on C, it's gonna be -1 -2, which is A sharp minor. So if you have questions, please make sure to ask them in the comment section. Now I wanna add more to the melody, but first let's just drop some drum here and there so we create a vibe around it. Go to the mini stash. I think I want to go to the folder, upgrade folder that I'm working in. Let's go with this. Okay, let's say create something simple like this. Okay. And then find a key as well. Sorry. When I start adding my drum, I feel like I need the God particle. Remove this, sorry. That's nice. That's really nice. So let's complete this. Add this. So add this one. Okay, now we find a conga. Use this one. Like just like that, and then we turn it into 4 bars. That's nasty. Okay, now I wanna go to splice and then try to find some nice sample. I think I want some vocal sample to add to this. There is different way you can search for sample on splice. Let's say we go to vocals, and then remember our key is A sharp minor, which is B flat minor, and then we search for it like manually. You search, and then the one that you love, you can drag them and put them in FL Studio. Or another way you can do it, you can just go to one of your track, mixer track, and then you add the splice. Where is it? Splice bridge, and then they are connected. You play. Let's add this here. You just play, and then you go to splice. You start searching for sample. Let's go. Get you off of my mind. I can't get you off of my mind. I can't get you off of my mind. I can't get you off of my mind. And then you switch to say. Okay, I think I love this one. Maybe I use this in another bit, but don't worry, we can still use it again. You have to make it fit your tempo. Now you double click on it, you go to stretch, and then right click 4 bars, because I know this is 4 bars right there, and we can lower it again. And now if you don't wanna deal with go and then trying to make it fit the tempo, another thing you can do, you can just go here, and then you rename this vocal chop, and then you hit arm your track right there, and then when you play now, you go to your splice, you go back to FL Studio. Now once you play, it's gonna start playing in FL Studio, and you create 8 bar, and then now you can start recording. Press on record. Remember, you have to harm your track first right there. Rename it, harm it, and then you can just press on play. Now you start record. So sick, so simple. Okay, you see how simple it is, and then now you can chop it here if you want, and then you have you keep 4 bars. This is one of the methods that you can use to find sample from splice, and it is very simple and easy. You have to know the key you are in, and then what you are looking for, and then once you find them, you can record it like I just showed you, or you can just drag it into FL Studio. The reason why I love to drag my sample in FL Studio, because I make sure I download it. That means I pay 1 credit for it, and then I own it. And also I can chop it if I want to. I can be more creative with it. I'm gonna try to find more sample and then get back and play the final vibe for you. It's not gonna be a complete beat, it's gonna be a demo. And yeah guys, let me do that off camera and then get back to y'all. Guys, here is what I found. It's a crazy vibe. And also I find this. That's fire. And also one thing that I love to show you is this one that I add, and it sounds really crazy. You see, one thing I just do, I just transpose it some 900 cents down, and it sounded like this. And then I just transpose it like 900 cents down and sound like this. Add more to the drums, you know. And now let's say that I wanna create this right there, and then I have this right there, and then you have, and let's take this right there instead. And also guys, I just have this sample. I just chop it right there. I repeat this part here, and then I keep the end, and then I have it like that. And then sound really crazy. Now we have. See? If you want, we can say we remove this right there. That's it. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you get better at creating chord for your instrumental. If you have questions, please leave a comment down below. Also follow me on Instagram at Samy Beatz. See you on the next one.